Hey everybody, it is December 2018. It has been many months since my last video, and I took a new job. So for me, it's been hard to find any time to do any sort of work on any of this stuff here. So I actually had a few free moments, so I'm just trying to do some winterizing stuff with it, and trying to get some stuff to work, but I don't think I'm going to get that far tonight, unfortunately. But I just wanted to give you an update of kind of what's going on. First, the railroad gate, I had to take the crossbuck and the 2-track signs down. I am refurbishing those and cleaning them up, so I had to, I'm actually getting one of them restriped. So I had to pull them down. Those will be going back up once those are done, but probably not until the springtime. The traffic light, like every other video, I've reconfigured it a little bit. This one, it's got the 12-inch light heads, and then the one on the left here has the bimodal arrow in it. The only difference between this one and the video from a couple years ago is this bimodal arrow is LED. So it goes, there's an LED arrow there, and then there's an LED arrow up there, and then the yellow is an LED arrow, and then obviously the red ones aren't. And then I've got the walk sign over there. So that will be, it's just kind of in a test mode right now. I'm just trying to get all the wiring finally hooked up to it. The big thing, which it was something I put up months ago, and I've just never really gotten around to messing around with it, is if you've seen the other videos, you know I'm big into like the preemption. I like connecting the railroad signal with the traffic light. And before, I had a round railroad light that would flash when the whole system was in the preempt mode, and then the traffic light would obviously change, you know, colors and everything too. But what I did was I built this. I took two 8-inch traffic lights, took them apart, got the mounting brackets for them, and put yellow lenses in them. And then I took an old walk, don't walk sign. I took the lower portion of it, and I took the walk sign portion out. And then I went to my local sign shop and I got a piece of used like acrylic like sign material. And then what I did was I painted, or I taped off the X, and I got the peel and stick letters, put them on, spray painted the whole thing, and then pulled everything off, and then this is what I got. So in theory, what's going to happen is when the signal goes into preempt, meaning that, you know, gates start dropping and the light does its, you know, timer, you know, simulating that there's a train by a road or something, these yellow lights are going to flash back and forth, and the X there is going to stay on steady. The interesting thing is that the while this is white, behind, I know it's hard to see because of the shield here though, but I've got yellow gel behind the two R's, so the R's will light up yellow, but the X will be white, so it'll be kind of cool when that's up and running. And then I've got the control box here for that. Yeah, so I'm working on the wiring now. Not much of an update when it comes to the actual crossing. I've had a lot of people ask a lot of questions about this, and I eventually am going to get around to doing a video for this. It just time-wise, it's been so hard to find time. But this is my old, or the control panel or control box that I use for just the railroad crossing itself, and then it's all controlled with the different buttons and switches that are in here on and off. But what happens is when those buttons turn on, it sends a signal to the 12-volt power supply, and then it goes to the different relays. The XR relay, that is the main crossing relay. Then I've got my delayed XPR, I believe it's XPR relay, that's like your drop delayed release relay, which that's what, you know, lights flash and then a few seconds later the gate drops. That's what causes the delay. And then I've got my flasher relay here that controls the flashing of all the units of the lights back and forth, and then all the wiring coming in for the preamp that goes into the traffic control box, and then of course all the fuses and other auxiliary inputs and everything that come in. So this is all going to be revamped. I have a new electronic controller that I'm going to be, well, it was supposed to go in this year. It's in my garage. I finally just got it working, but I'm just not going to have time to install it until springtime. So until then, this one's still going to work, or have to work, but it still works. For the winter though, I think I am going to pull out the relays. This cabinet is not as watertight as I thought it was, so I haven't actually opened it up in a while. When I did, there was some water in the bottom, so I just resealed the bottom where the cabinet hits the concrete, so hopefully that will keep some of the moisture out. But I'm going to pull the flasher, the relay, which is, it's a, if you're not familiar with it, I have another video talking about it. It's the FN16 relay. The slow release relay is the DN19 special slow release relay, and then the regular I believe it's DN11 relay. That's your main one. But that all goes, you know, that's just for the gate itself. But then the actual traffic light, I've got a whole separate cabinet for that, which this one is, you know, this is just as much of a pain as the other one is. I've got the wiring that goes from here up to the traffic signal there. I'm working on putting the preemption panel in on the left, which will connect that cabinet with this cabinet, and then that wiring will go into the cluster down there, which will eventually, you know, cause the computer, which is the Econolite ASC31,000, to recognize that there's a train or emergency vehicle, whatever it may be, and that starts the process. And then you've got all your switches and preamp devices up there as well. So same thing with this. I've had this for a while and I did not seal it right, so I had water in it, so I had to just re-seal it as well. So yeah, that is my project, and right now it's like the traffic light, it's operational. I have it in a flash mode, but if I go and I flip it, the switch over to, I believe if I reset it, oh actually I have it powered on, so that will power on, and this should start its cycle in theory. And there we go. So you can see that there's the arrow for it. And then I'll just go back and forth until something happens, and then I've got the walk signal there, and then once it's all hooked up, that will start working. So yeah, that's where I'm at for right now. Again, this December 2018, we've had a lot of snow, so it's nice that it was a kind of a calm day today, so I decided to do a little work. But it's starting to rain now, so I'm probably going to have to wrap up for the evening. But hopefully by if the weather breaks, I can actually get this working in conjunction with everything and get it working. But yeah, like I said, I haven't posted a video in a while. I'm still here, just again, timing wise, it's just been pretty crazy busy. So hopefully this will finally be done, but it's like, for me, it's a never-ending project, and it's a good hobby. So, but other than that, if you have any other questions about anything, feel free to send me a message, and make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the other videos, and check out the other videos if you have not seen them. Other than that, we will see you later. Bye.